Hello friends, so in this video we will learn about FCP and LCP. So these are two performance parameters. Why do some websites feel very slow and some are quick? This is because the websites where FCP and LCP are optimized, they will give a more user-friendly experience compared to the website where the FCP and LCP are not optimized. So to make your website faster, you must optimize these two parameters. So what is FCP? It is first contentful paint and LCP is largest contentful paint. So when you go to your browser, type any URL and click on send or hit enter, then the time it takes for something to appear on the screen. Initially, it is a blank page. When something appears on the screen, that is your first contentful paint. And when something major appears on the screen, the bigger element appears on the screen, the major element appears on the screen, the time it takes for that element to appear, that is your LCP, largest contentful paint. So let's learn it with a fun example. Suppose you went to a restaurant. So first the waiter gives you a glass of water. So something appeared on your table. So that is FCP, first contentful paint. And then you ordered pizza, fries, and Coke. So when the waiter arrives with the pizza, maybe the Coke will arrive after pizza. But when the waiter arrives with the pizza, that is your largest contentful paint. That is the major thing arrived. So FCP, as I told you earlier, it is first contentful paint. First visible thing appears on the screen. So a good website is the one where FCP is less than or equal to 1.8 seconds. LCP is largest contentful paint where the biggest visible content finishes loading. And a good website is the one where your LCP is less than or equal to 2.5 seconds. So as you can see here, FCP is the time from when the page starts loading until any content is first painted on the screen. So once any content appears, it could be text, image, SVG, canvas. When any of these appears on the screen, then that time is your first contentful paint. For example, sorry, here you can see the navigation started, still it's loading, nothing is there, still the page is blank, and then an image appears on the screen. So this is your first content that appeared. So first contentful paint is 1200 millisecond. It took 1200 millisecond for the first content to appear. After that, more content can keep on loading. Basically, the page is not blank anymore. The user can see something. And LCP is the time when the page starts loading until the largest content element visible in the viewport is painted. When the largest content element appears, when your major content appears. So navigation starts, some content appears, that is your FCP. Then the largest content element appears, that is your LCP. And the time it takes is 1800 milliseconds. So that's your LCP. 1800 milliseconds. After it, within 1800 milliseconds, something will major will appear on the screen. And after that, more content can keep on loading. So what is counted as LCP? A large image, hero image, or a large block of text, background image element, video poster image. Whenever the largest visible element is there in the viewport, it is visible to you. That is your LCP. So FCP, first moment any content shows up, and LCP, moment the largest or most important content shows up. So why it matters? First, these two are core web vitals. Okay, these are given by Google. If these are optimized, so your website is good. Okay, better SEO. If these are optimized, then there are higher chances that when your user, suppose your website is a pizza delivering website, you can order pizza from that website. So if any user search for pizza, so there are very high chances that your website will appear on the first page of the Google search if your website website is optimized, if FCP and LCP are optimized. So for better SEO, it is necessary to optimize FCP and LCP, and for better user experience. If your website is too slow, then you might lose your users. So if your website is performing well and the content is appearing quickly, then it will give a good experience to your user, and user will continue using your website. So let's see how you can see FCP and LCP for any website. So it's better to see these two parameters. You go to incognito mode so that it doesn't interfere, so that cookies and everything doesn't interfere. Let's go to incognito mode and let's open any website. We can open Google. You can right click, inspect, and click on this Lighthouse tab. So I have selected desktop because I want to measure the FCP and LCP for the desktop view. Click on analyze page load. So this is what an average user will experience. Okay. So you can see first Contentful Paint is 0.6 seconds. It takes 0.6 seconds for something to appear on the screen. And largest Contentful Paint is 1.2 seconds. It takes 1.2 seconds for something major to appear on screen. You can also see the same information from Performance tab. So here uh, you can these are the condition you can set. I have disabled the network cache. I have selected the network as 3G. Okay. So you can change the condition and see how it performs on the slow network. So for an ideal or average user, the first Contentful Paint is 0.6 second and it takes around 1.2 seconds for an average slow user. These are more ideal conditions. So the largest Contentful Paint is 0.34 seconds. You can change the conditions and see how your parameters look like. And there is one more option, you can record and reload. So it is reloading the page and calculating your performance parameters. So here you can see the FCP and LCP. So a Lighthouse tab is more when you want to measure the slow users or like the standard behavior. Performance is where how your computer is performing with your network speed. So it is more for local machine and it is mostly used for debugging. So here you can see FCP. Here it is for 4.17 seconds with the 3G and whatever settings I did. And LCP is 15.42 seconds. You can see here something appeared on the screen, and here the major content appeared on the screen. So if I click on FCP, here you can see the timestamp, and LCP here. So if you hover over this, so this is the major element that appeared on the screen. Okay. So this is how you can calculate your FCP and LCP using Lighthouse or by setting conditions and performing your performance testing here. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, then please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.